Can you imagine thinking you'd finally earn some quiet after busting bad guys for 3 decades, only to walk into a suburban nightmare? That's exactly what happened to me, Jack Donovan, a retired police captain pushing 60. I'd poured my life into the force chasing down crooks, dodging bullets, and keeping the streets safe in the heart of the city. When I spotted this gorgeous spot in Willow Creek community, with its serene river views and sprawling green spaces, I thought, this is it. My slice of heaven. I closed the deal, packed up, and rolled in on a crisp autumn morning last year, my rental truck loaded with boxes and dreams of lazy fishing days. But peace? Forget it. Barely had the engine cooled when this woman, Brenda Hartley, strutted over like she owned the whole damn neighborhood, which, in her mind, she did. She was in her late 50s, hair pinned up like a drill sergeant, clutching a tray of oatmeal cookies and a fancy binder. "Welcome to Willow Creek," she cooed, all sugar and smiles. I introduced myself, thanked her for the treats, and we chatted about recycling days and block parties. Seemed harmless enough. Then, bam, her face twisted like I'd spit in her coffee. She zeroed in on my truck, snapping photos like it was a crime scene. "This eyesore breaches our visual harmony code, Section 14C," she barked, whipping out a ticket for $250. "Pay up now, or face escalation." I stared at her, dumbfounded. "Ma'am, it's a standard moving rig." I double-checked county rules: daytime parking's fine for unloading. But Brenda wasn't hearing it. She slapped the fine in my hand, ranting about community values and how newcomers like me disrupted the vibe. When I handed it back and said no way, her eyes narrowed into slits. "Fine," she hissed, yanking out her phone. "I'll call the authorities." I almost chuckled. After 30 years on the job, getting the cops called on me? Priceless. But I played it smart, started recording on my cell, and let her dial 911 with this Oscar-worthy sob story. Help. Aggressive intruder with a massive truck threatening me. 2 cruisers screamed up in record time. The rookies bought her act hook, line, and sinker. Brenda clutching her binder like a shield, voice quivering. "He's hostile. Officers refused our valid citation. They grilled me for ID while she spun her yarn." But then Sergeant Ellis rolled up, took one look at my badge wallet on the dash, old habit, and did a double take. "Hold on. Captain Donovan, from Central Precinct." The air froze. Brenda's jaw hit the pavement as Ellis lit up. "Sir, I was under your command for 5 years. Best leader. We had always had our backs in the trenches." The rookies snapped to attention, and suddenly Brenda was the one under the microscope. "Ma'am, false 911 calls are a misdemeanor," Ellis growled. "Wasting resources on a legal moving truck." She stammered excuses, but they shut her down, warning her off future stunts. As they drove off, her glare could melt steel. I knew this was war. That night, an email pinged. Fine doubled to $500, plus harassment of officials. Threats laced every line about making my life hell if I didn't bow. My gut screamed she'd pulled this before. Next day, a neighbor, Tom Whitaker, sidled over, eyes darting. "Sorry about Brenda. She's terrorized folks for years. Fines, calls, driving families out. Most just flee." He mentioned the Patterson family in 2020. They sued her over bogus fees, won big, but she retaliated with anonymous tips to bosses, code violations, until they bolted. Tom offered to decode the HOA rules. I bid, grateful for an ally. Big mistake. I looped in my old buddy Alex Rivera, who'd swapped badges for briefs as a civil rights lawyer. "A HOA tyrant bullying a ex-cap? This is gold." He laughed, but sober, digging into records. Gaps in finances, illegal fines post-lawsuit. Send everything. Meanwhile, elderly Margaret Lopez slipped me an envelope of clippings and docs. Brenda ruined the Pattersons' fraud, cover-ups. She's got dirt on everyone. Tensions boiled at an emergency HOA meet. Brenda called to paint me as the villain. Tom stood up and stabbed me in the back. Jack's aggressive, threatened to use cop tricks on us. The room whispered. I felt isolated, questioning if retirement was a bust. But Alex struck paydirt. Brenda lost the Patterson suit spectacularly. Court ordered no solo fines, public apology, resignation from enforcement. She ignored it all, hiked dues $60 per month to cover her $6,000 loss, over $70,000 siphoned community-wide, embezzled for trips and luxuries. Recordings caught her threats. Media smears followed. Headlines screaming, "Unhinged ex-cop terrorizes suburb." Neighbors shunned me. Forums buzzed with lies. I nearly quit until Margaret's second stash sealed it. Proof of systematic revenge, witness tampering. The showdown hit at Brenda's Evict the Troublemaker meeting by the River Pavilion. She paraded slides of my truck, Tom's testimony, fake stats on dropping values. But Alex had prepped Tom privately. Turns out Brenda blackmailed him with his own violations. Tom cracked. She threatened my job, my family. Forced me to lie. The damn burst neighbors spilled years of abuse. I unleashed the evidence. Illegal ops since 2020, fraud totals. Her voice on tape vowing to destroy challengers like the Pattersons. Brenda unraveled, screeching conspiracies as we demanded audits. Vote. Unanimous boot. 3 nights later, alarms blared. Brenda busted into the HOA office, shredding files, nuking drives. Cameras caught it all. Ellis arrested her mid-rampage for B&E obstruction. She bailed, but an anonymous note hit my door. "This ain't over. Watch yourself." Restraining order followed. DA hammered her. Guilty pleas to felonies. $30,000 restitution, probation, forced sale of her home, county exile. Willow Creek Bloom Transparent Books, Rights Charter, me reluctantly elected pres. We apologized to the Pattersons in Nevada. They got closure. Tom redeemed himself leading watch groups. Values soared. Kids played free. 6 months on, sipping coffee by the river at dawn, I savored real peace until a truck pulled up at Brenda's old pad. Vanessa Crow emerged, clipboard out, measuring fences, snapping pics with that predatory gleam. "Community standards expert," she announced, emailing demands for records to fix our lax ways. Realtor whispered. Someone tipped her off about our power vacuum. Justice isn't a one and done, it's vigilance. Bullies thrive on silence. Document. Unite. Fight. What if Brenda had deeper ties, like mob connections funding her scams? Was Vanessa her plant for revenge? Would you sue or sell out facing such tyranny? Spill your theories below. Hit like if this fired you up, comment your wildest twist, and subscribe for more real-life showdowns that expose the dark side of suburbia.